So hello and welcome. Let's go ahead and take a seat. I highly recommend that you get a blanket. Let me grab mine and put it underneath your bum. You could also use a little cushion or a pillow from your couch. And then we'll sit and spin a little bit just to warm this body up. Today, we are going to do a short sequence for the liver and the gallbladder. So yoga does address the organs, and then we can use the meridians of the lines of the body, the kinetic lines of the body and movement, to open these channels. Okay, feeling better already. So sitting up tall, let's roll our shoulders around a couple of times. And then we'll start with some pranayama or some breath work. It's called Kapala Bhakti. What we're going to do is take a big inhale through our nose, and then we're going to exhale through our nose, drawing the belly button in. Now, there's no need to inhale. Just continue to exhale through your nose and draw it in, draw it in, draw it in. You can think about lifting or activating your pelvic floor and sitting up really tall. And then let that go. And then just sit for a moment, receiving that breath. Then we'll do rapid breath in and out the nose, inhaling and exhaling very quickly, almost like kind of panting like a dog. And then let that go. Pausing for a moment. You should start to feel like the body's waking up a bit. And then alternate nostril breath or Nadi Shodhana. I'm going to take my hand like hang loose, closing my right nostril and inhaling through the left. Pausing at the top, switching and exhaling out the other nostril. Then inhaling through that nostril. Pausing, switching, and exhaling. Again, inhaling through this nostril. Pausing, switching, and exhaling. Inhaling. Pausing, switching, and exhaling. Inhaling through this nostril. Pausing, switching, and exhaling. And one more like that. And releasing the hands in the lap. Receiving the breath. Finding your own natural and organic rhythm. Welcome. You have arrived. where everything is perfect and whole and complete just as it is, where our challenges are our blessings, where there is nothing to fix and nothing to heal. Let's inhale and scoop this energy up, reaching our palms up to touch. Sliding it into our heart, Sanjali Mudra. And bringing the thumbs to touch the sternum, lifting the heart. And bring the corners of the mouth up towards the ears. Know that all is well in the world. With infinite gratitude, thank you to the Divine Mother and Father for being here today. The one with 10,000 names and the one with no name. Thank you to our highest selves. And thank you to our bodies for being here today. And thank you to the collective consciousness. May this be a blessing for everyone that we touch. May this practice bring peace and happiness, freedom to all beings. And so it is. Aho. Aho, Ashe, Shalom, Shalom, Shanti, 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 Satnam, Satnam, and Namaste. Bowing to the divine light in all of us. Our first pose today, I will turn so you can see. We're going to extend our legs out and roll those ankles around a few times just to get it going. And then we're going to bend one leg on top of the other one. So you can tell that this is a tight part in my body. It doesn't seem to go down very easily. That's totally okay. Again, this is where this blanket underneath your booty is really going to help. And just sort of wiggle around a little bit. Let's reach our arms up. And then we'll go side to side, stretching it over to the side, keeping that armpit open. Inhale and reach it up and reach over to the other side. And we'll do that quite a few times, or a handful of times, just to get this open and lubricate it a little bit. Breathe and move and move and breathe. So we want to inhale when we're expanding the body and opening the lungs, and exhale when we're compressing the body. Breathing. Let's do this a couple more times. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to the center. We're going to reach our hands out and drop our head. And for most of us, this will be plenty of stretch. You might feel in the back of your leg, in your hip, in your back. Of course, if it feels good for you to stretch it out even further, awesome, go ahead and do that. But what I would like is that your hands are firmly planted onto the earth. So take a moment, that might even be closer to your body. And then we are going to inhale and lift our hearts up towards our toes. Exhale and round the belly button in, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round and tuck. Do this for 3. Inhaling, lengthening. One more time. And then we'll hold this and breathe 5 big breaths into the back. Into all those parts. And let you feel it. So energetically, the liver and the gallbladder store any of and all of our fear, our frustrations, So the invitation today is to be gentle, kind, and patient with your body. And sometimes this might not feel easy. And there's a new book out there these days called We Can Do Hard Things. So I'll just keep breathing. And one more breath. I'm going to inhale and come up. And go ahead and release that leg out and tell it thank you very much. Then the other knee, cross the other leg on top. I really like to sort of wiggle in here a little bit, tell her that she's okay. And I reach these arms up, really lengthening the spine. Exhaling over to the side. And up and over to the other side. Oh. And if like on one side you really feels good and you want to stay there for a little longer, stretch it out, feel free to give yourself permission to let it really feel good. And to listen to your body today. Giving ourselves permission for pleasure. Let's go for 3. For 2. I love going side to side in here. Really helps these sides open. And last one. And then inhaling and coming up, sitting up tall. Lifting the heart, hinging at the hips and coming forward. Planting those hands wherever feels best for you. Then inhaling, lifting the heart to the toes. Exhale, drawing it in. Inhaling, lifting the heart. Exhaling and drawing it in. For 3. For 2. One more. And then we're going to hold here for 5 big breaths. Really drawing that love in and releasing fear. And drawing in softness and releasing agitation. One more. Big breath. I also like to play with my head a little bit here, sort of look side to side and let that open. And then let's inhale and roll it up. And let's extend that leg out and tell it thank you very much. Now we're going to come onto our bellies for a Sphinx or a seal pose. So I'm going to take my blanket out because someone doesn't have a mat today and draw this out. I'm also going to grab my timer because we do time these poses. So laying on your belly, I want you to wiggle your booty, wiggle your bottom, Then bring your elbows underneath your shoulders and spread your fingers and sink down into your shoulders and push them back up a couple times. So you really know what that feels like. Then keeping lifting up, you can push down into your hands. I like to bring my hands together in a prayer position. Again, making sure that I'm pushing the outside of those hands down. Now draw your belly button in and tuck your tail, like scoop this underneath you. So really pushing that pubic bone down, drawing the belly button in and lifting the heart, making sure there's no tension in your head, neck, or shoulders. And then begin to breathe. Big inhale and exhale. And the key to this is really tucking that tail, drawing the belly button in and lifting the self up. Again, doing the best you can to get the weight out of your elbows, to keep the tops of the feet on the earth. And to breathe, and drawing in love into the front of that heart, releasing any heartache out the back. And there are variations of this. So if this pose is really not working for you, then I invite you to come into Bhujangasana, bringing the elbows in and the elbows in, or the elbows in and the hands underneath the shoulders, really pushing down here. And if it really is working for you and you have a really strong and long back, you could also lift yourself all the way up into a seal. But for most of us, we are going to be in this Sphinx pose, pretending like you are on top of a golden pyramid. Take 3 more breaths. You might be getting a little warm now. Feeling that belly, the third chakra, Manipura chakra, engaged. One more breath. And then slowly lowering, we're going to push ourselves back into Balasana or seal pose or child's pose. Bringing those hips to the heels. Go ahead and rest your head down onto the floor. We're going to bring our arms down by our sides. So now if your head does not go all the way down, feel free to grab a block or a pillow and put your head, your forehead underneath it. And this will really help you to relax here. Because we do want our bodies to relax. So you can breathe into your back and all the way down into like where your kidneys are. That's where I would like you to imagine filling your breath. And filling the spine with love and support. And filling your body with gratitude. The liver is so important. You gotta have a liver to live. Because it filters everything in our body. It filters all of our thoughts. I want to clean that filter because it works so well for us all the time. So grateful that we don't have to know what these visceral organs do. And they just do their thing. And this is how we can show them some love. Hmm. Softening in. Surrender. Surrender your thoughts today. Surrender your old patterns today. Surrender yourself to radical self-acceptance and radical self-love. Today I surrender to radically loving myself. One more breath. And gently releasing, placing the hands on the earth. Inhaling and rolling yourself up. Might want to wiggle around a little bit. And then we're going to come to seated. So again, if you want to sit on that pillow or that blanket, that's super helpful. And we're going to stretch out our legs to the side. Also, if you're sitting on a blanket and your knees are still sort of bent, you want them to be, that might totally acceptable. You can put like a pillow or a blanket underneath these knees to support as well. So we're going to open our arms up. And we're going to sit side to side and stretch these arms. Ooh, yeah. And I want you to notice these knees. Best you can, get them to go straight up towards the sky. You can flex your feet or point your feet back. And then we are going to come forward. So I'm bringing my pillow forward. I'm going to walk ourselves forward. I'm putting my forearms on the floor, relaxing my head. You could also use a block or two if you need it here. Or you could always just have your hands on the floor and tuck your chin. Listening to your body, giving your body what it needs. Breathe. Nice and easy. You don't want to push or pull anything that's not ready. And if you feel any tension in your neck, feel free to very slowly give yourself permission to wiggle around. And what would happen if I started giving myself permission to feel pleasure all of the time? And give myself permission to feel good all of the time, to free myself from the stress and the weight that I carry on my back. And I just gave it away today. With every breath, I drew in love, unconditional, radical self acceptance. And with every exhale, I let go of worry, of stress and fear, of things that appear real but aren't. What if today I remembered that the only real thing in this world and life is love and the connection to loving ourselves? What if I loved myself so much that it automatically became easier to see beauty in the world, even in the most challenging things? What if I completely surrendered to myself today? What if I really believe I know you feel it on the inside of your thighs for this pose. This will also really help your lower back. Any lower back pain or stiffness that you have so often will come from being tight in the groin. So be really kind to your body here. Don't be afraid to use those extra pillows or blankets underneath your knees or to support your bottom. Soften the jaw, soften the shoulders. Take a big sigh, a big deep drink of breath. One more like that. Whew. And then slowly inhale and roll up. Keep that chin to your chest. Be very gentle. And then help those knees, those legs come together. Ooh. Yeah. Now we're going to come on to our backs. Now we're going to do figure 4, if you know what that is. So coming onto your back, you can do some windshield wipers with those legs side to side. Or draw your knees into your chest and roll them around, whatever feels good for you today. We're going to put the feet on the floor. Now bring your arms by your sides and sort of shimmy your shoulders away from your ears, lengthening the back of the neck. Look side to side. Your shoulders always really want to creep up, yeah? Then reach one leg up and grab behind your leg, your thigh, and roll that ankle around a few times. And flex the foot, and you're going to cross it over that bent knee. And I want it all the way over as far as you can get it so that you're not like sickling or doing something odd with your foot. So staying here is plenty. You can push with your muscles that knee away from you. Activating your feet, I like to curl my toes back. You're going to notice a difference as soon as you do that. And breathe. And for some of us, even if our foot is like on our leg, this is plenty. But if this foot goes over the leg, you can pull through the needle. So I'm taking my hand and reaching it through and grabbing the back of this thigh, relaxing the back of the neck. Again, maybe shifting it side to side. So breathe. Big belly breath. You will feel this in all kinds of places, in your booty and your back. If you want to sort of make some circles with this and massage that booty out, sometimes that feels really good. Big breaths into lower back. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last one, best one. Big inhale. Big exhale. And go ahead and release that leg. And drawing the knees in and rolling it around one way. And the other way. And putting that other foot down, reaching the other leg up. Roll that ankle around. Roll it around one way like 5 times. And then 5 times the other way. Flexing and pointing the foot. And flexing the foot and crossing it over. Activate the feet by pulling the toes back. Push this knee back. And then lengthen. Get those shoulders away from the ears. I know they creeped up a little bit. Maybe even look side to side so there's no tension. In that neck. Breathing here. And feel free to reach through the hole, the eye of the needle. breathe. So we are actively relaxing and relaxing actively, turning on that parasympathetic nervous system. So we want, or the idea is that even though we're stretching and it might feel a little awkward, we're teaching our body that this is totally okay. And this is opening our hips. And so if you start to struggle at any time, I highly recommend surrendering. And maybe that means changing the pose. Maybe that means you don't want to do through the needle anymore and you want to put that foot down. It doesn't mean that you're not being active anymore. It means that you're listening to your body, that you're breathing, and that you're giving yourself permission to meet yourself where you are today. Giving yourself permission to fall in love with yourself. And sometimes that ego, she kind of kicks and screams like a toddler, resists it a little bit, and it's okay. And we're just gonna hold, be patient and kind, and breathe for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. One more breath. Big inhale. Big exhale, and gently releasing. Rolling that around. I want you to extend one leg and draw the other knee into the chest. Flex those feet back. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Take a big inhale to lengthen the spine and exhale and twist it out. So I'm using my hand on the outside of this leg, opening the other arm. So thinking about keeping this opposite shoulder down. Lengthening is the key to twisting. And then here, if it's really not feeling comfortable, give yourself permission to put your pillow, your block underneath this knee. And to hang on to it a little bit. Again, lengthening the spine. And concentrating on lengthening the spine here. Big belly breath. Drawing in love. And exhaling fear. One more breath here. Big inhale. And big exhale. And drawing these knees in. Or rolling them around a bit. Extending and exchanging the legs. Flexing the feet, lengthening the spine. Inhaling to gather. And then exhale to twist it out. Again, we really want to keep the heart open, the chest open. Feel this pericardium and the muscles of the chest. The pectoralis minor is directly connected to the heart. So feeling that stretch there is so good for you. So good for this body. Again, these soft, smooth, visceral organs like the liver and the gallbladder, our heart, will do so much for us. We don't have to think about them all day. But what if? What if we did? What if with every breath we sent them some loving kindness? We sent these organs some thank yous, some love letters, some notes. What if? Who would we be then? Yeah, take a deep sigh of relief. Give yourself some gratitude for today, for being here, for showing up, for taking such good care of your body. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And one more breath. Gently release, drawing those knees in. And we're going to extend both legs nice and long onto the ground. Bring your arms by your sides and sort of get all the wiggles out. And tucking the chin a little bit, lengthening the back of the neck. Another big breath, another wiggle. So let all those distractions go. And coming to stillness, I invite you to relax your feet. And to stillness, relax the legs. The hips. The belly. The lower back. Middle back. And upper back. Relaxing the eyes, the ears, the lips. Relaxing the whole body. Imagining yourself sinking into the earth. Completely surrender. Radical self-acceptance. Close your lips. Inhale and exhale. Just from your nose. Not pushing or pulling anything. Your body will do this automatically. And beginning to take the longest, slowest, deepest breath. Like liquid gold has filled your soul, your heart, your lungs, your gallbladder. And let it out with a gentle sigh. Doing that again, inhaling, feeling the whole body. Everything you touch, every step that you take today, filled with liquid gold. Exhaling into it. Feeling your body awake and alive. You can move those fingers and toes. Stretch it out a little bit. Maybe even reach those arms up over your head. And drawing those knees into your chest. And rolling over onto your favorite side into a fetal position. And very gently and slowly rolling yourself up, keeping your chin on your chest as long as you can. We'll come to a sitting like we did in the beginning. Maybe you want to move around a little bit and notice the difference in your body. And coming to the center. Turning these palms up and receiving this breath. And receiving this practice today. Of drawing in love. And letting go of fear. Remembering that love is what is real. That our challenges are blessings. That there is nothing to fix. And nothing to heal. Inhale and reach these arms up over your head, scooping up all this good energy today and bringing it into your heart. Let's do that again. One for yourself, one for someone you love, and one for everybody else. And bringing the hands into the heart and the corners of the mouth up towards the ears. Thank you so much for reminding me that everything is just the way that it's supposed to be. That we're all in the right place at the right time. The path to happiness. That there is no path to happiness. And that happiness is the path. And so it is, and it is so. And so it is, and it is so. And so it is, and it is so. I wish you many blessings today. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Stella Yoga, and have the best day ever, because your wildest dreams are coming true.
Thank you, Stella. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have the best day